G'day. Day 9, our 8th day of walking today from Burgos to Rabe de la Caldezas, which is pretty poor Spanish, but a 14-kilometre walk. I'm standing outside the church of Rabe de Caldezas right now, and just a beautiful day, as you can see, and in Burgos. Burgos is just worth taking a day to look around the place. The cathedral is magnificent, built over 4 centuries. There is just the various forms of architecture that are reflected through the 4 centuries. Absolutely beautiful. Rose windows just going to the sky, amazing porticos. El Cid is buried there. Now, El Cid was a significant Spanish champion. He was, in fact, called the champion of the 11th century. In fact, there's been a movie made of El Cid. You may have seen it, but so El Cid is buried there. Right opposite that is the church of Iglesia St. Nicholas, and inside there is a most magnificent stone altarpiece. So anyway, there's arches, there's castles, there's all kinds of things to explore in Burgos. However, we just spent the morning there and then left to make our way 14 kilometres here. We walked through just beautiful what's called white poplar forests. And the white poplar were just crowned with gold, as it were. And I was just reflecting on how it is that the Lord crowns us with glory. Through Burgos, as you leave, there are various representations of pilgrims. One of them was in mirror, glass mirror and so forth. And you pass these various representations of pilgrims. I've taken a few photos and I just was wishing, not realizing that there was going to be a progression of these motifs. That I'd taken the first one, the glass mirror one. You know, and I just thought, isn't it, we have regrets in life, don't we? I was walking out just regretting I didn't take it. So often we just got to let our regrets go. And so that was what I was doing along the Camino today, was just letting that regret, but various other regrets go. When I come to our spiritual exercise in a minute, looking at 1 Corinthians 13 and qualities of love, I recognize also there's a lot of things in my life I regret in not having loved well. Now, some of those I can go back and make reparation for, but so many we've just got to let go. Regrets, let go, so that we move on into God's call for us and not be living in the past with regrets. That was another reflection that I had along the way. So we walked along the Paseo de Universidad, sorry, poor Spanish, but the pathway of the university, past the university, past these various pilgrim motifs and so forth, and into the forests alongside the river Arlanzón. That's been a very significant river in the past. This whole area, Burgos, back in the 14th century, around about there, it just lived on sheep. It was a sheep farming area and very significant. That's what built Burgos up for the Middle Ages, as it were. And that river just carried much fleece down the river. So we continued along the river, and it was just a beautiful, reflective walk. We came to the town called Caldezas, and in there is somewhat dark, but it's an interesting memorial to Father Paul Diaz Tobar. Now, he was he helped develop cinematography. It's interesting, isn't it, just how it is that religious throughout the centuries have been pioneers in what it is that we take for granted. But he made the comment, and it's written in Spanish on his memorial there, the word is the sound where the idea is embodied. And I just thought that was a wonderful quote in terms of, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word spoke and created. And indeed, the Word is the sound where the idea is embodied as he spoke out the whole of creation. That was something else just to reflect on along the way. Well, we continued along the path to arrive here. It's 14 kilometres. We just decided to have a shorter day today, having been in Burgos this morning. And as I said, our spiritual reflection was really on love. We are looking at ways in which we need to grow, facing our failures, facing our sin, facing our shortcomings. And the scripture from 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7 is, love is patient, love is kind, it is not jealous, it does not brag, and it is not arrogant. It does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own. It is not provoked. Does not take into account wrongs. Does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never fails. So James and my reflection as we walked along was, well, in what areas of our lives have we failed to live up to the high quality of love, the perfect qualities of love? As I said, with some we've just got to go, well, God, forgive me. In other areas, well, we can say that, but recognise, wow, I can make a difference. I can go back and make reparation. I can go back and seek to restore, perhaps where we haven't loved well. So that's, as we conclude now, just a reflection for today. In what ways? Have a look at 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7. And yeah, just in what ways do I need to confess and let go of the regrets where we haven't loved well? In what way can I make reparation? And so the church bell rings to bring this reflection to an end. God bless you.